Good afternoon, everyone, from rather windy, rather rainy Sulphur, Louisiana. It is the semifinals of the Division III non-select baseball playoffs for the state of Louisiana. The Berwick Panthers, 5th seed, taking on the top-seeded Kinder Yellow Jackets. I'm Chris Hunter, joined by Aaron Ortego here. Glad to be bringing you the game on KWBJ Live YouTube channel. Let's take care of a couple of notes first. We're giving you a shot of the field. However, LHSAA regulations forbid us from actually showing the game. So we're going to show you the pregame festivities here. You'll be able to see that. But once the game actually begins, we will put a full screen graphic up. You'll still see the representation in the corner. The ball strikes. Let me press a button here so that there you go. You will also see runners on base and, of course, the score. But that will be, unfortunately, all we can show you. And now we're a little bit delayed. About 12:30 or so, I guess. The rain came in, and it came in good and steady and rather hard, and very windy for about 45 minutes. They held on as long as they could, but it finally broke about 1:45 or so, and they told us 2:30 start. So, actually, we may be a little early. You can see the coaches, Seth Henry of Berwick, Ricky Whittington of Kinder, just finishing up their meeting with the umpires. All right, let me bring in my broadcast colleague, Aaron Ortego now. Let me tell you something about Aaron, if you don't know. Aaron loves a good pitching duel. And being that the case, there is a good chance, Aaron, you're going to have a real good time today.
Absolutely. In fact, coming into today's game, Kinder in the playoffs have yet to give up a run.
No, they gave up one.
One run.
They gave up one run in the first game, but they got 3 straight shutouts.
Yeah, because they beat Springfield. In the game that they gave up one run, they scored 18. Okay, and gave up one. And the other 3 games were all shutouts by a score of Springfield 6-0, and then Westlake 15-0 and 5-0. And the Panthers have done pretty well, you know, in the playoffs, pitching-wise also, as they had a 10-0 first game against Port Valley. They followed that up with the one where they did give up a few runs. They gave up 9 runs in a 14-9 game. And then defeated Sterlington by a score of 3-0 and 4-2. So we're expecting some good pitching here today. And these are 2 outstanding baseball teams, Chris.
We know we're going to be seeing Berwick's ace today. We assume this is the ace for Kinder, Braden Guillory, a junior starting. He had a 3-hit shutout in Game 1 of the Westlake series. We don't have stats, but we do have a few tidbits here and there on players for Kinder. Berwick will be bringing their ace, Hayden Robinson, with the 2.24 ERA. Had a very good outing in their series against Sterlington last weekend. He threw a 4-hit shutout with 9 strikeouts in Game 1. So we are going to be seeing 2 very solid pitchers. Getting ready to do player introductions, as you can see out on the field. Gonna let Aaron's going to take us through the lineups. Aaron, I'll let you take us through the starting lineup for Berwick.
Okay, Berwick's starting lineup. They're going to start out with their center fielder, Drew Bella, will lead off. He'll be followed by the shortstop, Jaden Milton. And coming after him is Dawson Richard, the catcher. Right fielder, Zach Gonzalez bats in the cleanup spot, followed by first baseman, Evan White, and the DH, Mason Johnston. Cole Morris will be at third base. The second baseman is Aaron Eskew, and today's starting pitcher, Hayden Robinson. Zachary Kinchin will be DH for, and he will be your starting left fielder.
All right, so defensively going around the horn for Berwick, you're going to have White at first base, Askew at second, Milton at shortstop, Morris in third, Kinchin in left, Bella in center, Gonzalez at short, Richard behind the plate, and Hayden Robinson on the mound. Let's hear about Kinder now.
Okay, and for Kinder Yellow Jackets, the leadoff hitter will be the right fielder, Landon Schmidt, followed by the shortstop, LeBuff. In center field will be Griffin Cooley. Starting pitcher is Braden Guillory, and that's in the cleanup spot. The 5-hole hitter is Landon Rice. Jyron King will be at third base. Joseph Corville is your first baseman. Tanner Muhat is the catcher. The DH, Connor LaVark, and he will be DHing for the left fielder, Noah Romero.
Okay, so defensively for Kinder, it's going to be Corville at first, Rice at second, LaBeouf at short, King at third, Romero in left, Cooley in center, Schmitz in right, Muhat behind the plate, and Guillory is the pitcher. You know what, a little while ago, it was packed here in the stands, but especially packed right here in front of us because it was raining and we're in the covered part of the stage, the stands. As soon as things cleared out, a whole bunch of the Berwick fans moved over here to where they're out in the open air. It gives us a little more room to work. But as expected, we have got a really packed house here at Field 40 of McMurray Field here in Sulphur. This is, if you've never been here, this is a fantastic facility, one of several that the Sulphur Parks and Recreation Department has. Of course, they've been doing the state championships at McMurray since 2016. They do the state softball championships at Frash Park, not too far from here. They do state swimming here. Sulphur has really embraced public recreation, and they've really done some great facilities here that really work well for the LHSAA.
Well, you know, Chris, I've never been a real fan of turf fields, whether it's baseball or football. But today, I'm awful glad there's one out here today, because this, to me, is really the main benefit of a turf field. Is, like I said, all the rain they've received between yesterday, today, last night. Their field is a turf infield. The outfield is not turf, it's natural grass, but it's in great shape. And it's a beautiful field, and it's ready to play, even though just minutes ago it stopped raining.
Yeah, around the infield it is fully turf. Even the places where you would normally have dirt at the halo around home plate, the pitcher's mound, baselines, around the infield, warning track, even that is turf. Now, as you said, it's natural grass in the outfield. It's a pretty seamless transition. It looks like, I've never been out there, but it looks like a turf warning track at the wall too.
I just think of the same thing. I think you're right. It appears to be anyway.
So the good news for that, like you said, you can play on it quickly. Also good news, you don't expect funny hops unless a ball hits the pitcher's mound, or especially if it catches one of those seams at the base of where the mound starts. You might get a funny off that. But balls should roll true today. The bad news is it's going to be a lot quicker than what these guys are used to playing on natural surface infields.
Yeah, that's true. That's nothing is all gravy, huh? But it is a beautiful facility here. There's a whole bunch of fields. I'm not exactly sure, but we're playing on field number 40, I believe, or 41.
This is field 40.
Yeah. If the championship game will be played on field 41.
Right, and that's the super duper field.
Right.
Or rather, it's the super duper facility with a whole lot more seating. But all these parks are excellent. I believe they have 4 fields total. Originally, they were only going to be using 2 fields for the whole 5-day event going on here. But they had a couple of delays yesterday and a couple of rainouts, so they had to bring one of the other fields into play today. And then the games this morning were delayed. There were 2 games scheduled for 11 o'clock. Both of those have been delayed until 7 o'clock tonight. They were a little disappointed in that because I think they probably could have got them in.
Yeah, talking with some of the fans, they said by the time 11 o'clock rolled around, the weather had stopped raining and they had a break in the rain with enough time to probably play a high school baseball game. And we'll pause a moment
for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invitation given by Winston Quisenberry from the Southwest Louisiana FCA.
Thank you. Let us pray. Lord, we just come to you today, Lord. We come to you thankful for the opportunity that we have right here in front of us. God, we just look at these fields. We pray a hedge of protection around them, a hedge of blessing around them. Lord, we just thank you. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you for the victory that we have in our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. God, as the competitions begin, Lord, we just lift up each athlete as they step on the field. Lord, as they step on the field with confidence. Confidence in what God, right here where they stand. God, confident in the abilities and talents that you have blessed them with. I would look at the coaches, they would be wise, they guide and lead out their athletes. So we look at the officials officiating the game, Lord, they would be blessed to official the games with wisdom, fairness, and all in all, Lord, at the end of the day, we just pray that it would be you that gets the glory. It's in your Son, Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as the honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
You can see the American flag out in center field. It is standing straight and blowing straight in. The wind is coming in hard. I don't think we're going to have any threat of balls getting out of the ballpark today. But once again, I hope you're enjoying the picture you're seeing for the moment. We just wanted to give you an idea of what the field looks like, give you a little sense of the atmosphere of what we're going on. And as we get ready to start the game, unfortunately, we will now start with the full screen graphic that we are going to be required to use throughout the game. But I hope you enjoy this descriptions as Aaron and I bring them to you today.
All right, Chris, on the mound is Guillory for the Yellow Jackets. His battery mate is Muhat. And the first three hitters for the Panthers, they'll start out with center fielder Crew Bella. He'll be followed by shortstop Jaden Milton, and the catcher Dawson Richard will be the number 3 hitter.
Crew Bella will lead things off for the Berwick Panthers. Senior center fielder, playing what he hopes is his second to last game and not his last game here as a Berwick Panther. He will be headed for Louisiana Christian University in the fall on a baseball scholarship, and intends to play football as well. So it will be Bella, Jaden Milton batting second, and then Dawson Richard third for the Panthers.
Guillory's on the mound, finishing up his warm-up tosses, a right-handed pitcher. And he gets that done. Throw down to second base. And Bella will come out to start the ball game. And the Panther crowd giving him a big welcome.
Guillory he's an imposing looking presence on the mound. He is a big, tall fella. All right, Crew Bella steps in here, leading off for the Berwick Panthers. And here we go, state semifinals from Sulphur. Guillory starts him with a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Guillory winds, fires, a little off speed. Bella pops this one up. Shortstop coming a long way, and LaBeouf fields it right in front of the third baseman for out number one.
Well, Chris, that's a perfect example of what kind of wind we're dealing with right here. This was the shortstop calling from the ball. Now he's playing his normal spot, and he comes in and runs and catches the ball right in front of where the third baseman was standing. So without the wind, that's going to be hit way further from where it was actually caught.
Jaden Milton stepping in for the Panthers now. He takes strike one. Just underway here from Sulphur. Guillory fires, gets away from the catcher. A little bit low, ball one.
Hey Chris, we'll also, our scoreboard here has given us a pitch count on each pitcher. That was the fifth pitch thrown by Guillory.
Milton takes a healthy cut and misses for strike two. 1-2 count. Guillory with the rock, the deal. Foul back off the screen. Count will stay at 1-2.
Guillory starting the game out throwing pitches. He's thrown 6 pitches and 5 of them have been for strikes. So you won't see the Panthers rather take and Vinny Paul's hit ground ball.
Good with the ground ball. King fields it. Long throw. Scooped up by Corville. A little bit low throw, but just in time. And it's 2 outs.
Well, that's a good job at first base by Corville for the Yellow Jackets, as he had to catch that one on a shot hop with a nice stretch, but he did his job. Good first baseman can save your infielders a lot of errors, and that's a perfect example right there.
Yeah, and King with a little bit of indecision at third base on how to play that hop. Kind of let the ball play him more than he played the ball, but managed to get it done. Dawson Richard now the batter swinging at strike one. So with the 0-1 count, Guillory, ground ball, under King's glove, above, keeps it in the infield, but that's going to be an infield single for Dawson Richard.
So, third baseman, who is King, he managed to tip it and slow it down enough to where the shortstop had no chance to catch it. But I'm with you on that one. That's definitely a hit all the way in my book anyway.
So that'll bring to the plate Zach Gonzalez, the Berwick right fielder.
Gonzalez is the cleanup hitter for the Panthers. And we probably have a courtesy runner. Yes, we do have a courtesy runner for the Panthers.
And I think that's number 11, Henry Thorgeson. So Guillory will work from the stretch now against Gonzalez. Long look, takes a peek at Thorgeson. Comes in, fastball up the middle. This will be fielded by Schmitz in center field for the third out. And Kinder is out of the top of the first.
Well, that was a well-hit ball by Gonzalez, and when it comes off the bat, Chris, I'm expecting to see it to drop in for the base hit, but that wind may have had an effect on it. Held it up a little bit, gave the center fielder Cooley the opportunity to run and catch it on the run for the third out.
We have got a lot of sponsors that have made it possible for us to be here in Sulphur today. Mayor Duval Arthur, the town council and administration for the town of Berwick wish the Panthers the best of luck in the state finals. AJ Dolman Automotive Family at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brasher Avenue in Morgan City. Henry Beau Lagrange, the next senator for District 21. He will represent all of St. Mary Parish. And guaranteed title, closing homes in St. Mary Parish and all of Louisiana for 48 years. Let Mike, Janae, and Stephanie help with all of your closing needs.
Hey, first 3 hitters for the Yellow Jackets. They're going to start out with their right fielder, Landon Schmidt. He'll be followed by the shortstop, LaBeouf, and the center fielder, Griffin Cooley. He'll be your 3-hole hitter.
Got to tell you, this wind is a roster nightmare. We are out in the elements, and it's hard to keep track of your paper.
Oh, we got a good 15, 20 mile an hour wind blowing right in our face.
Robinson finishes up his warm-up tosses. We saw him a few weeks ago in a district win over St. James, and there was a professional scout at the game with a radar gun on him, and he was routinely hitting 90, 91 miles per hour with his fastball. Landon Schmitz, leadoff hitter for the Kinder Yellow Jackets. Robinson looks in, gets the sign. Line drive straight at Andrew Askew for the first out of the inning.
Well, he hit that one right on the nose, but he hit it directly at Askew at second base, and he just stayed right there with it and made the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
This will bring Lance LaBeouf to the plate, the shortstop. Robinson's first pitch fastball a little bit low for ball 1. LaBeouf had a very strong series last week against Westlake, going 3 for 5 with 3 RBI. Robinson rocks, fires. That, not sure where that one missed, but it's ball 2. Robinson comes back, fastball again. This one in there for called strike 1.
He's missing, but he's not missing by much. That one's a little bit low.
And that's usually the case with Robinson. He's always around the strike zone. Next pitch right down the heart of the plate, called strike 2.
Well, that would look like LaBeouf was definitely taking that all the way with the 3-0 count. He might be the 2-hole hitter, but early in the ball game, you want that starter to throw some pitches.
And you're right, it's 3-1. And that one is up a little high. And LaBeouf will take first base with a walk.
LaBeouf draws the 4-pitch walk, bringing to the plate the 3-hole hitter, Griffin Cooley. Cooley is the Lumberjacks center fielder today. On deck is the cleanup hitter, the pitcher, Braden Guillory.
Cooley went 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs in the first game win over Westlake last week. Robinson gets the sign, comes with something off speed, and that is, I haven't figured out this umpire's calls yet, but that is in for a strike. So 0-1 to Cooley. LaBeouf takes the lead off first. Robinson checks in, looks back to the plate, steps, fires, up high, ball 1.
Again, Chris, his misses aren't missing by very much. He's around the plate.
Robinson checks a runner, throws to first. Not in time. LaBeouf's not taking a very big lead to begin with.
Yeah, with the size lead he has right there, you almost have to keep him napping.
Curveball in for strike 2. Bottom of the first inning. 1 out for Kinder. Runner on first. Fastball up high. Evens up the count at 2-2. Owen Cooley is the center fielder. Yeah, center fielder. Awaits the 2-2 offering from Robinson. That's in for called strike 3. Got him with a curveball.
Okay, with 2 out, that'll bring to the plate the cleanup hitter, who's also today's starting pitcher, Braden Guillory. That's 11 pitches for Robinson so far here in the bottom of the first inning.
Robinson, beautiful break. Runners going. Throw is up high and off the glove of Milton. LaBeouf on the way to third. They'll retrieve it. No throw.
Yeah, the throw from Bouchard was a little bit high. Milton tried to go up and catch it, and he might have been looking at the base runner a little bit. This hit right off the top of his glove, and it didn't bounce and didn't roll very far or very fast to center field. Bella had a long ways to run. He picked it up, but by the time he got it, he couldn't make a throw to third. So now the runner will stand on third with the 0-1 count.
Robinson, this ball is going to be hit down the right field line and tails away foul. Anything hit in the air today is going to be a real challenge. That ball took a severe tail. Part of it, I think, was natural. Right-handed hitter going opposite field, but the wind had a lot to do with that foul ball.
But also a strong wind blowing it out of the play, out of the field of play.
0-2 count. Swing and a miss on the fastball. And Hayden Robinson and the Berwick Panthers are headed for the dugout. And we are done with the first inning. No score from Sulphur.
So good job on the mound. No hits, but he did give up a walk, left one on base. And he threw 14 pitches, not too bad. Many, many years ago, Chris, I heard Kenny Alfred say he'd like to see his pitchers get by with about 14 pitches per inning. That's exactly what Robinson threw this time.
Yeah, I think the absolute limit you like to see is 15. You get more than that, you start getting concerned with pitch counts. But a good inning is 15 or less. Thanks to Thibodeau Regional Health System, nationally recognized hospital with patient-centered excellence. Patterson State Bank in Patterson, Berwick, and Morgan City. Quality banking since 1925. Stansberry and Associates, marine surveyors and consultants, offering a full range of services for recreational, commercial, and fishing via vessels. Good luck, Panthers. And GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. Check our website for delivery options. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside.
Okay, the Panthers will start off with the 5-hole hitter, first baseman Evan White. He'll be followed by the DH, Mason Johnston. In the hole will be the third baseman, Cole Morris. Guillory threw only 10 pitches in the top of the first inning. He finishes up his warm-up tosses. And we're ready to play as White steps in the batter's box. He bats from the right side. He's a right-handed hitter. Pitch catches the inside corner for a called strike one.
Guillory rocks, deals, up high, ball one. White the batter, waits the 1-1. That is in there for called strike two. No, I'm sorry, it was a ball. The wind really whipping up. It's got to be a 30-mile gust. There's a pop to left field. Going to be tough. LaBeouf leaps, can't bring it in. White is in.
I don't know, Chris. I'm giving him a hit on that one. That was tough to make that play. Tough on the shortstop right there. That, he tried to make it. You would have thought coming off the bat that would have been to the left fielder, but he had no chance. I was hit straight into that wind. It wasn't going to go that far, but LaBeouf at shortstop gave it a valiant effort, but couldn't pull it in.
So with White, bunt laid down, not just in time to get the out. That was Mason Johnston.
Yeah, that was Johnson.
laying down a bunt.
Lays down the bunt on the first pitch. Moved the runner over and almost beat the throw to first. That was a heck of an effort. A good bunt. It's a great bunt.
And so Cole Morris will step in now with one out and a runner in scoring position as White advanced to second base on the sacrifice bunt by Johnston. Guillory working from the stretch. His pitch gets by the catcher. He able to find it, but not before White gets to third base.
Okay, tough play on the catcher. He thought the ball got past him. He turned around to look for it to the backstop, but actually he had knocked it down and it stayed in the catcher's box. But by the time he found it, Evan White was almost to third base, so no throw.
There's a curveball in for called strike one. 1-1 count now to Morris. White stands on third base, one away, top of the second inning. No score from Sulphur. Guillory's pitch fouled straight down into the turf, and it's 1-2 to Morris.
Cole Morris bats in the 7th hole. He is the Panthers' third baseman today.
Guillory working from the windup, fires. Not by much did he miss that one, a little bit high. And it's ball 2. So 2-2 count. Guillory fouled off by Morris. They stay alive at 2-2. Guillory got through the first inning in 10 pitches. He's already at 10 pitches here in the second inning. So we'll do 2-2 again to Cole Morris. The rock, the fire. In there for called strike 3.
Crowd didn't agree.
No, they have to be, the umpire's got to be saying that caught the outside corner.
Kind of a delayed call. He's kind of blocked. I can't really see him. He's behind an I-beam, but it seemed to me, Chris, and it took him a little while before he called that strike.
And so Aaron Askew will step to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on third base. Opportunity for the Panthers to strike first here in the semifinals. Guillory rocks, fires, ground ball up the middle, played by the second baseman. He'll come up, make the throw, followed and dropped. Runner safe, runner scores. Berwick draws first blood.
Did the ball hit the ground? I couldn't see it.
The throw was a little bit low. Rice had to make a long run up to hit the slow, to feel that slow roller, and his throw off balance. One hopped in front of Corville, the first baseman. Looked for a second like he had it.
Yeah, I thought he had caught it, but then I saw the ball come out and on the ground. So a run does score. So the Panthers score first.
And now Hayden Robinson steps in. First pitch is low and outside for ball 1.
Hey, this is a Yellow Jacket team that's not in the habit of giving up many runs. And here the Panthers score a run here in the top of the second inning. So,
as we said earlier, that's the first run Kinder has given up in more than 3 games.
And they only gave up 1.
Guillory brings it in. Robinson fouls it back into the screen. 1-1. Robinson the batter.
Okay, Guillory only threw 10 pitches in the first inning, but he's up to 24 pitches total, so 14 pitches already thrown here in the second.
Guillory looks over at Askew and then steps off the mound.
Of course, he's got 2 outs, so one more pitch could end the inning. Then again, it could go on for quite a while.
Throw over to first is not in time. We're in the top of the second here in the state semifinals from Sulphur. Berwick has just taken a 1-0 lead on the top seed Kinder Yellow Jackets. Another throw over to first base is not in time. With 2 outs, I'm not a big fan of throwing over out to first base. That pitch low and outside, ball 2.
I understand the philosophy of throwing over the first, because a lot of times it's more than just trying to get the guy out, but try to take a little spring out of the steps and other things. It's a big risk too.
From the stretch, Guillory. Robinson fouls it off. And we're at 2-2.
Robinson bats in the 9-hole. And on deck, we move back to the top of the batting order and Crew Bella.
Robinson steps back in. Askew with the lead off first. Guillory, Askew running. On the hit, straight back to Guillory. Fields it, throws to first. And the Yellow Jackets are out of the inning.
So the Panthers managed to pick up 1 run on 1 hit. 1 left on base. And we'll move to the bottom of the second.
Thanks to Stephen Swiber, running for state senate, a principal conservative. Stephen is committed to creating a pipeline to prosperity for our neighbors and state. Lafayette Electric, 1207 Greenwood Street in Morgan City, proud supporter of high school baseball in the Tri-City area. Stazione, get our Stazione app or order one of our mouth-watering po' boys online at StazioneDeli.com. Stazione, are you hungry yet? Pool Dew Sports Bar, Morgan City's #1 party spot, and your steak night hookup every Wednesday. Wildflower Boutique, unique fashions at affordable prices, 702 Front Street in historic downtown Morgan City. And Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335. All right, the Berwick infielders break up their meeting at the mound, and we are ready to go to the bottom of the second here. Leading off for Kinder, number 12, Landon Rice, the second baseman. Robinson takes his time, now throws, fouled straight into the dirt for strike 1. Robinson, he's just got a little bit slower pace than Guillory does on the mound. Doesn't throw any less hard, he just takes his time. Robinson rocks and deals. Another one fouled straight back, and it's 0-2. Landon Rice, who did you give the error to? Did you give it to, was it a throwing error or a fielding error in your opinion? The error. Aaron's having a little trouble hearing me.
We umpire said, "Oh no, that was ball 1."
So Robinson to the 1-2, rocks, deals, ground ball down the first base line and foul. So we'll do 1-2 again.
Like you said, Landon Rice is at the plate. On deck is the third baseman, Jiren King. And in the hole is today's first baseman, Joseph Corville.
Robinson, fastball grounded to Milton at short, fields it, throw a little low, dug out of the dirt by Evan White. Nice job at first base, and that's the first out of the inning.
What you saw right there, Chris, was one of those turf field ground balls. It bounced once and then rolled straight to Milton at shortstop. Not hit very, very hard, but he picked it up in time, made a strong throw, but a short hop to first baseman. And as you mentioned, White did an outstanding job scooping it for the first out here in the bottom of the second inning.
So here's the third baseman, Jiren King. Looks at a curveball in for strike 1. King, we don't have stats on Kinder, but I do know he had 4 stolen bases in this series over Westlake last week. So he's a threat to run if he gets on base. Swing and a miss. Should have been ball 2.
Yes.
It's ball 1 instead of strike 2.
Well, he chased that curveball, and when he started his swing, it was up in the strike zone, and it just fell right off the table, and he missed the ball by a mile, 0-2 count.
Robinson with the 0-2. Fouled off. King stays alive.
Yep, this one was in on the handle, and he comes over the top with it and just drilled it right into the ground. Count will stay 0-2. 1 out with nobody on.
So Robinson with the 0-2 again. Rocks, fires. A little bit outside. Ball 1. Both these teams are recent state champions. Berwick won the championship in 3A back in 2018. That was the second state title in Berwick history. Kinder won its 3rd state championship in 2019 when they beat Doyle in 2A. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Fouled off again.
So he fell behind quickly, 0-2, and I think that's either 3 or 4 straight foul balls he's hit to stay alive.
The wind, I'm sure you can hear it, is getting very impressive out here.
Yeah, it's got to be close to 20 miles an hour.
Robinson paints the corner for strike 3.
A beautiful pitch, a fastball. I don't know how you lay off that pitch with 2 strikes, because that was on the outside corner, but still, you got 2 strikes, man.
Yeah,
you got to go get it.
King protected, and he let that one go. Sometimes you think if I swing at a few and then I let one go, he's going to call it a ball. But that was an excellent pitch.
Joseph Corville at the plate, the first baseman. Squares around the bunt, misses it, 0-1.
Robinson looks in, gets the sign from Richard. Rocks, fires, showing bunt again, lets this one go for ball 1.
Yeah, again, squaring around the bunt. This Corville bats in the 7 hole, and he's trying to bunt on, get on base with a bunt with 2 outs.
1-1 pitch, he squares again. Yes, Stetson swings and right at Askew for the 3rd out.
Nice job by Askew as that line drive was hit hard, but hit right at him at second base. Just politely puts the glove up and it goes right in for the 3rd out. So 3 up, 3 down for the the Yellow Jackets. We'll go to the top of the 1st inning. The 3rd inning.
Top of the 3rd. Berwick 1-0 lead over Kinder, state semifinals. Kinder comes into this game on a tear. They have won 11 of their last 12. We mentioned 3 consecutive shutouts in the playoffs coming into this game. How crazy is this? Kinder, 23-8 record on the season. Number 1 seed in the state, and yet they finished 4th in District 3A. St. Louis Catholic won the district. They are in the Division II Select semifinals. The 2nd place team, Iowa, is in the Division II non-select semis, and South Beauregard, who came in 3rd in Division III, they are in the other semifinal, taking on Doyle right over on Field 41 as we speak. Guillory finishes up his warm-up tosses, the throw down to 2nd. And we will come back. Berwick, top of the order coming up. Crubella leading off.
Yeah, Crubella was started off here in the top of the 3rd. He's the leadoff hitter. He'll be followed by Jaden Milton, the shortstop, and in the hole is Dawson Richard, today's catcher.
First pitch, driven into the gap, long run for the left fielder. He makes Slips, but still manages to make the catch.
Saw a little bit of evidence of that wet outfield as he slipped, loses his feet as he's going down.
That was Romero.
Romero out there in left field, but he stayed with it, never lost his concentration on the ball, and made the catch. Chris, without that 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing in, that's bouncing off the wall.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That was a double off the wall. All right, so that will bring Milton to the plate. Jade Milton steps in, right-handed hitter. I don't think we have any lefties in the Berwick lineup. First pitch in, called strike one. Milton grounded out to third in the first inning. Next pitch, swing, and a miss for strike two.
That was actually a foul tip. Signal from the umpire says so. Still a strike two.
Guillory delivers. Another swing and a miss. Yep. And Milton is out in 3 pitches.
Yeah, Milton goes down on 3 strikes, 3 swings, 3 pitches. I'll get it right if you give me enough chances. That'll bring Dawson Richard to the plate. Richard singled in the first inning, got left on base at first. Actually, he had a courtesy runner in there in his spot, but
Richard, big cut at a high fastball, strike one.
Yep, that shoulder high fastball, hard one to lay off of.
So hard to lay off. 0-1 pitch. Guillory fires. That's up high, ball one. Top of the third, 2 outs for the Panthers. 1-1 count to Richard. Guillory. Fastball in for strike two. So the 1-2 pitch. Guillory delivers, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 away, and the Panthers go down in order in the top of the third.
Pretty good inning right there for Guillory, as he only threw 8 pitches that inning and got out of that inning with 2 strikeouts and only threw 8 pitches.
I'd like to thank some sponsors if I can get the paper to cooperate. Berwick Mayor Duval Arthur, the Town Council, and administration for the town of Berwick wish the Panthers the best of luck in the state finals. AJ Doman Automotive Family at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. Henry Beaulagrange, the next senator for District 21. He will represent all of St. Mary Parish. And Guaranteed Title, closing homes in St. Mary Parish and all of Louisiana for over 48 years. Let Mike, Jana, and Stephanie help with all your closing needs.
Okay, we move to the bottom of the third inning, and the first 3 hitters for the Yellow Jackets will be the catcher, Tanner Muhat, followed by the DH, Connor LaForgue, and LaForgue will DH for the left fielder, Noah Romero. Then we'll move to the top of the batting order with Landon Schmidt. Robinson so far has only faced 1 more than the minimum number of hitters. He gave a walk to the second hitter that he faced. Everyone else has been retired.
So Robinson settles in to start the bottom of the third. Rocks, deals, and that's in for called strike one. Tanner Muhat, the right-handed hitter for Kinder. Robinson with the windup, and the delivery is off. With a swing, check swing called for strike two.
Muhat tried to check his swing, but came close. But first base umpire said, nope, went around.
Over the 0-2 count. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that is hit into the gap for a base hit. And the first hit of the game for Kinder as Muhat rounds first base.
Well hit ball, hit hard right in the hole between short and third. He'll make it to first base. Incoming, there'll be a courtesy runner. Muhat is the catcher, so pitchers and catchers in high school get courtesy runners. That'll be Brayson Bowring that will be running for Muhat. And coming to the plate is the 9-hole hitter, Connor LaFork. He is the DH today.
LaFork went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs in Kinder's Game 1 win over Westlake. This is a team that can score in bunches. In the first game win over Springfield, they scored 12 runs in 1 inning. And then in the Game 1 win over Westlake last week, they scored 14 runs in an inning. LaFargue lays down a bunt. Robinson comes off the mound, fields it, and makes the play at first base for the sacrifice bunt.
So just what you'd like to get out of your 9-hole hitter, Chris. A sacrifice bunt moves the runner over. Like I said, everybody in the stands is happy, both sides. Panthers are happy. They got an out. Yellow Jack are happy because they moved the runner over. So a runner will stand on second with 1 out. And going to the top of the batting order, and Landon Schmidt, the right fielder.
I don't know if I agree with that. Everybody's happy. I don't like giving up an out under any circumstances.
Well, I'm going to put it this way. Both sides were applauding. So you tell me. How many people applaud when they're not happy?
Not me.
Yeah.
Schmitz takes strike 1. LaFargue will take his lead off second. Robinson really not paying much attention to him at all. Now takes a peek back. Now looks in and fires. And that is a curveball inside. Ball 1. Berwick fans throw their hands up in frustration.
Oh, they're very, very willing to help the umpire. And that goes way back. I mean, when my son was playing for Berwick, I tell the umpire all the time, if you're not sure, just check with us.
Here's a 1-1 pitch. That's inside. Ball 2.
Chris, we had hardly no wind just before the game started. The wind started blowing while it was still drizzle raining. But now, I'm telling you, we must have a 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing right in our face.
Oh, yeah, it's tough. 2-1 pitch. Robinson working from the stretch. Fires. Swing and a miss.
Yep, he chased that curveball out of the strike zone, and he missed it. He wasn't close.
And that's not the first time we've seen that from Kinder's hitters today. Robinson's got the curveball working.
Schmidt hit a line drive right at second baseman his first time up.
Robinson looks in, checks the runner, and fires. Curveball hit right up the middle. Milton ranges over, fields it, fires. Diving attempt, not in time. White will make the play for the second out. Runner advances. LaFargue will get over to third. Good effort.
Nice play by
Schmitz.
Milton. Yeah.
Milton gets over and makes the play, and it's going to be 2 away. The runner on third base. And the coach for Kinder wants to have a discussion. I'm not sure what coach this is.
Well, let's see. I've never seen umpire change his mind from this, but you never know.
Schmitz with a great effort made a diving attempt to beat out the throw. And it's not a long discussion.
Nope. That'll bring to the plate shortstop Lance LaBeouf. He walked his first time up and got left on base.
All right, so we've got 2 outs, runners on third. That was the third base coach who came over to have the discussion. He gives his signs to LaBeouf. Robinson looks in. He'll work from the stretch. Throws. Curveball in for strike one. Some pitchers like to throw from the windup with a runner on third base. Robinson's going to go from the stretch. Robinson delivers, ground ball, foul ball, and it's 0-2 to LaBeouf.
LaBeouf bats second in the lineup for the Yellow Jackets. On deck is the three-hole hitter, center fielder Griffin Cooley.
Robinson gets the sign, comes set, fires, popped up into the screen, still 0-2 count. I can see the scoreboard from field 41 from here. In the top of the third, Doyle leads South Beauregard 2-0. That's the other semifinal here in Division III non-select. So the winner of these two games scheduled to play Friday at 5 for the state championship. Robinson with an 0-2 count, fires. That's a little bit low and in the dirt for ball one. With Richard, good stop. Got to be careful here, runner on third base.
Good job by Richard. That pitch was in the dirt right in front of him. He got down on it, blocked it, kept him right there. There was no way that Muhat was going to get in on that.
Richard, one of several players on this Berwick team that will be playing college ball next year. He is headed for Southwest Mississippi Community College. 1-2 count. Robinson fires. A little bit high. Ball two. Now a 2-2 count.
Hey, Chris, for the first time today, I see shadows.
Yeah, finally the sun's starting to peek through a little bit. Robinson, ground ball. Diving stop, knocked down, but nobody can feel that the run will score. Morris dived for it and got a glove on it. Aaron, that may have been a mental error on Morris's part.
Well, you're supposed to do that, Chris. The third baseman is supposed to at least try to knock down everything he can. What you don't know, and his focus is 100% on that ball, is where the shortstop's at. Now, had he not touched that ball, they had a better chance of making the play at first base. But he's doing what he's supposed to do right there, and you have to just give a base hit to the batter.
Yeah, it was going to be a tough play for anyone. So the score now tied as LaFar comes in and scores. Now we've got LaBeouf at first, and Braden Cooley steps into the plate, takes strike one. Robinson peeks over at first and comes to the plate. Ground ball is going to go into foul territory down the first base line.
I see your roster has Owen Cooley, and what I read on the lineup card was Griffin Cooley.
I saw that too. This is the official LHSAA score.
Yeah, but this was written by the head coach.
Right, but I think that might be a nickname.
Oh.
Runner was stealing. Robinson, I don't believe, realized it, and he cut off Richard's throw. So the runner steals second. I believe the count is 1-2. The scoreboard says 0-2. Robinson with the pitch. Ground ball. Milton fields it cleanly, steps, throws, and it's 3 away.
Good job right there by Milton. That's when he could come up with clean. Makes a strong throw to first for the third out. But one run does score to tie the ball game.
Kinder gets on the board, and we are now even at 1. Thibodeau Regional Health System, nationally recognized hospital, patient-centered excellence. We thank you for your sponsorship of Berwick Baseball on the KWBJ Live YouTube channel. Patterson State Bank in Patterson, Berwick, and Morgan City Quality Banking since 1925. Stansbury Associates, marine surveyors and consultants offering a full range of services for recreational, commercial, and fishing vessels. Good luck, Panthers. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. Check our website for delivery options. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside.
All right, first three hitters coming to the plate for the Panthers will be the right fielder, Zach Gonzalez. He will be followed by first baseman Evan White. And then the DH, Mason Johnston, will be in the hole. Gonzalez hit a line drive right at the center fielder in the top of the first inning for an out earlier, but a well-hit ball.
Gonzalez had a very good weekend last week against Sterlington, going 3 for 6 on the weekend. All right, here we go. Gonzalez stepping in, right-handed hitter. Guillory, 35 pitches through 3 innings. The windup, the pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1.
Yeah, with 35 pitches in 3 innings, that's just that's less than 12 per inning, and that's a great number. Coach will be very happy with that number.
Not bad at all. This ball fouled down the right field side and out of play. Robinson's up to 47 pitches through 3 innings. Not really a concern, I don't think, at this point. He went over 100 pitches in his win over Sterlington last week. This ball fouled off, and the count goes to 1-2 on Gonzalez. Guillory gets the sign from Uhot. Winds up, throws high. Ball 2.
That way up high, that was above his head, over the plate, but over his head at the same time. So that one just got away from him there.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball doesn't fall.
Another curveball that stays way up high.
And sometimes we talk about a curveball falling off the table. He put that one way up top of the shelf, and it never came off the shelf. Full count pitch, fouled off.
Yeah, those full count pitches, the first pitch on the full count, it seems like 80% of the time it's fouled off. And that's exactly what we had here.
All right, so we'll do full count again. Guillory, wind, pitch, fouled off again. Gonzalez making him work now. And we've talked about this some in talking about pitch count. Some coaches talk about wanting to have a quality at bat, and it's not just the result. Sometimes it's how many pitches you can wrangle out of the pitcher. As Gonzalez fouls off yet another one, so we're up to I believe that's 8 pitches on this.
Yeah, he had 3 foul balls since he got to the full count.
Yeah, and the thinking is you can get a pitcher to 9 pitches, which here it is. It's a quality at bat no matter what. And it's extra quality because it is grounded straight up the middle for a base hit.
You see 9 pitches and take the 9th one straight up the middle for a single, and you're the leadoff hitter. That'll make your coach happy.
Definitely.
So Gonzalez goes to first base. That'll bring up Evan White. He singled and scored the Panthers' only run of the game so far.
White's having a day. Besides that, he has done an excellent job at first base. Throw over to Gonzalez is not in time. Gonzalez can run over there.
Well, he's an outfielder, so he's got to generally have at least decent speed, if not excellent speed.
And this is a running team. Not a lot of guys with a great many stolen bases, but a lot of guys in double digits stolen.
But good job right there. He was trying to get that bunt down, but that pitch moved inside on him, and he managed to get the handle on it. But that was more self-preservation than an attempted bunt, but in either case it went foul. 0-1 count.
Gonzalez, not a very big lead as Guillory comes to the plate. Bunt is down. Popped up and will just roll foul. That was almost trouble.
That was the best he could hope for there, but that hitting the ground. And because when it came off his bat, I thought either the catcher or the pitcher, one of them was going to catch that, but it dropped in a hole where neither could quite get to it. They were both very close, though.
So the count goes to 0-2. White will be swinging now, I would think. Every now and then you see somebody offer a bunt with 0-2, but doesn't happen very often. Guillory to the plate. Little check swing is fouled down the third baseline. Stays 0-2. Guillory working from the stretch, checks Gonzalez, comes to the plate. Fouled straight back. I could have caught that one if there wasn't a fence. Still 0-2.
Talking about pitch count, Chris, he was averaging less than 12 pitches per inning, and he's thrown 12 pitches and hadn't gotten an out yet. Well, yeah, hadn't gotten an out. Runner's going.
Oh!
Ooh, that hit him in the helmet.
Hits White in
hit
the
him
head,
in the helmet.
drops into his knees. Umpire calling for help. Seth Henry will come over
he's
and
definitely
check.
dazed.
White on his hands and knees just behind home plate. Trainer will come out and take a look. Assistant coach Lud Henry over there.
Lud Henry signaling to his dugout to warm somebody up.
Yeah, White looks like he's going to have to come out of the
White's
game.
been playing third base for the Panthers. First base. I'm looking at the position and seeing a 3 and saying third. But
yeah,
first base.
He's on his feet now, and he will walk off.
He's walking slowly, though,
power,
holding his head, so he'll be done for the day. So hit by pitch. Number 4 is coming in.
Evan Krappel, sophomore for the Panthers, will come in and pinch run for White.
He's going to run for him. I don't know if he's there. He's listed as an infielder, outfielder, but he's not a very big, very tall person, so I don't know if they're going to want him on first base.
No, for the time being, we'll call him a pinch runner, but that's a blow for Berwick, especially on defense. White has had an excellent game so far.
Right. That'll bring to the plate Mason Johnston.
Johnson squares, lays down the bunt, third baseman field, checks third, goes to first, sacrifice bunt, moves the runners over, and Johnson, for the second time in this game, lays down a perfect sacrifice bunt.
Yep, he sacrifice bunted twice. He hadn't been swinging a big bat throughout the season, but here in the playoffs, his bat has heated up a little bit. So he's moved into that DH spot. And today he's had 2 successful bunts.
So Cole Morris will step in. He's got runners on second and third, 1 out. Big opportunity for the Panthers here. Guillory with the pitch. Inside, rocks Morris back. And it's ball 1. Guillory, wind up, the pitch. In for called strike 1.
Yeah, that's a good fastball on the outside corner. Not one you really want to swing at with no strikes.
1-1 pitch. Popped up and out of play. Off the screen, it's 1-2.
Right side.
Big pitch here. Normally they say you don't want to make the first out or the third out of an inning. You don't want to see the second out happen here in this situation. 1-2 pitches outside, and we're at 2-2.
Well, he's thrown 19 pitches here in the 4th.
And
that 20.
That one is low and outside for ball 3, and for the first time, Guillory is having to work. Full count. And that's up high, and the bases are loaded.
That'll fill the bases up with Panthers and bring to the plate the second baseman, Aaron Askew, with the today's pitcher, Hayden Robinson, on deck. Askew bats in the 8-hole for the Panthers.
He reached on an error in the first inning. Second inning, excuse me. All right, here we go. Bases full of Panthers, one out. Guillory with the windup, the pitch. Little flare over behind first base. Second baseman comes over and makes the play.
It makes the play,
nice.
but it didn't have to, because that was an infield fly. Infield fly rule takes effect when you have runners on first and second base with less than 2 outs. Now, runner on third, that's just a bonus. Didn't have to be. But infield fly, as long as that ball can be comfortably fielded by an infielder and it's in fair play, then it is a infield fly and automatic out.
And so Hayden Robinson steps in with 2 out and the base is loaded. Looks at a curveball high for ball 1. Big chance for Robinson to help himself here. Guillory working from the windup. Pitch fouled off on a check swing by Robinson. Well, mad at himself, tried to hold back on that.
Yeah, that was a little up and in, tough to hit, and right off the handle.
So 1-1 count to Hayden Robinson. Bases full of Panthers, top of the 4th inning. Guillory, wind up, pitch, swing, and a miss from Robinson. And it's a 1-2 count. Here's Guillory. Fires. Fouled off down the first base line. We'll stay at 1-2. This is ace time here. Braden Guillory, the ace of this Kinder staff, with the windup, the pitch. Fouled off again by Robinson, just protecting the plate here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looks like, Chris, he's really protective. He's looking to swing the bat. I guarantee you that. I'd be very, very surprised if he looks at a 3rd strike.
Oh no, with
yeah, because
with a 1-2 count,
right.
you definitely just want to protect the plate here.
If he can reach it, he's going to swing at it.
Guillory, wind up, the pitch, popped up, or fouled back rather. Stay at 1-2.
Guillory's up to 63 pitches in the game, and that's 28 pitches in this inning.
Yeah, he's been out there a while. This inning, I mean.
Right. Bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Robinson's going to be swinging at anything close again here. Here's the pitch. Pops it up. LaBeouf will come over. No, Guillory waves him off and makes the catch himself. I tell you what, and he's going to have a discussion with LaBeouf. That ball was actually in front of, to the second base side, in front of the mound, but LaBeouf thought he had an easy play on it to begin with, and there's that wind coming into play again.
Yeah, well, the shortstop has overcall on all the infield, so if he was calling for it, no matter where it's at, you're supposed to let him have it.
And I get that, but he had a long way to go, and the way the wind was blowing that ball away, it was going to be a very tough play for him to make.
It was pretty tough for Guillory to make, actually. He caught that one as he's falling down, because not only is he running forward with the backspin, but he's coming down that pitcher's mound, and that has an effect too.
So Braden Guillory gets himself out of a huge jam. Bases loaded and 1 out, and gets out with no damage at all. We stay 1-1. Berwick and Kinder tied in the middle of the 4th inning. And for Berwick, as we said, Evan White hit in the head by a pitch in that inning, and he is out of the game at first base. Evan Krappel, who came in to run for him, is at first now. And the first pitch from Robinson is in the dirt for ball 1. But Guillory, the pitcher, at the plate for Kinder. Second pitch in for called strike 2. Here's a ball fouled off down the right field line. And the count is at 1-2.
Guillory struck out swinging in the bottom of the first inning. Actually made the third out in the first inning. He's a cleanup hitter.
Robinson, the windup, the pitch, curveball. I'm not sure where it missed. I guess inside, but it's 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Fouled off down the third base line. We'll stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bottom of the 4th inning. Robinson gets the sign from Richard. Winds, fires. This is going to be fouled off out of play. On the other field, bottom of the 4th inning, Doyle has increased its lead to 3-0 over South Beauregard. That's the other state semifinal here in Division III non-select. 2-2 pitch from Robinson, misses outside. Robinson, I believe, walked the leadoff hitter of the game, but hasn't had a walk since.
No, he actually walked the second hitter.
Second hitter.
That was LaBeouf.
Full count. Guillory the batter. Robinson with the pitch. Curveball popped up. Milton will play it. And it's 1 away.
I tell you, Chris, today, anything popped up high like that, that's an adventure. It could come down anywhere, and you just got to stay with it. And if you lose your focus even a little, you may lose that ball.
Yeah, coming off the bat, I thought for sure that was a fly out, but I thought it was going to be to left field. It didn't even get out of the infield dirt.
That big strong wind blowing in, strong.
Here's second baseman Landon Rice, looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Robinson up to 56 pitches now. Not bad at all. Next pitch fouled off for strike 2.
Yeah, at the plate, Landon Rice, the second baseman, he grounded the shortstop to Milton in the to lead off the bottom of the 2nd inning. So he's 0 for 1 on the day.
Sun breaking through again. Robinson pitch in the dirt, swing, and a miss for Rice. Richard tags him to make sure, and it's 2 away.
That'll bring to the plate the third baseman, Jiren King. He struck out looking in the 2nd inning. He'll come to the plate 0 for 1 on the day.
Ground ball to Milton. He'll come up, fields it cleanly, throws in the dirt. Dug out by Crappell. Very nice. Crappell, Evan White-like at first base.
Right, yeah, good job by Crappell. Not a starter coming in to replace White. And strong throw for Milton, but a little bit short. But Crappell looks like he'd been doing that forever and a day. 3 up, 3 down for the Panthers as we move to the 5th inning in a tight 1-1 ball game. Well, Chris, we're getting what we wanted.
We are indeed. Pitchers duel. I'll let you talk about it a little bit in a minute, but first let's do a little business. Thank you to Steven Swiber, candidate for state senate, a principal conservative. Steven is committed to creating a pipeline to prosperity for our neighbors and state. Lafayette Electric, 1207 Greenwood Street in Morgan City, proud supporter of high school baseball in the Tri-City area. Stazione, get our Stazione app or order one of our mouthwatering po' boys online at StazioneDeli.com. Stazione, are you hungry yet? Pool Deuce Sports Bar, Morgan City's #1 party spot, and your steak hookup every Wednesday night. Wildflower Boutique, unique fashions at affordable prices, 702 Front Street in historic downtown Morgan City. And Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335. Aaron, you got what you want. It's a pitcher's duel.
Okay. Going to the top of the 6th inning. We're going to go to the top of the batting order for the Panthers, and the leadoff hitter, Crew Bella, who's coming to the plate. He flied out to short, flied out to left field. So 0 for 2. He'll be followed by shortstop Jaden Milton, and in the hole is the catcher, Dawson Richard.
And looking at the pitch count, we said ideally you want to be under 15 pitches an inning. And for the first couple of innings, that was Guillory. But now he's at 64 through 4 innings. And Robinson's at 59, so he's under the line.
Right, yeah. Well, what happened last inning is Guillory had to throw 29 pitches.
There you go.
In the 5th.
First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. And a wayward ball finds its way onto the field somehow. Crubella standing in there, waiting the 0-1 pitch. Fastball in for strike 1. One count to Bella. Guillory winds up, and the pitch, swing, strike 2. Darren, I'm going to admit, some announcers can stand here and identify about 5 or 6 different pitches. To me, there's fastball and off speed. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, I see fastball and breaking ball.
Here's a ground ball hit to Rice at second. Sliding stop, makes the play, and it's 1 away. Nice play by Rice.
That was a nice job by Rice over there at second base. He had to leave his feet and slide, and then while on the ground, threw a strike to first base. So
yeah, he actually made that throw lying on his side.
So with 1 away, Jaden Milton will come to the plate. And Milton grounded to third in the first and struck out swinging in the third. So he's 0 for 2 on the day.
First pitch to Milton misses outside, ball 1.
Not a lot of base hits for either team here today.
Which is what we expected from these 2 pitchers. Guillory with the windup, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2 to Milton. Excuse me, strike 1. Strike 1, 1-1 count. This offering on the outside corner for strike 2.
Yeah, that catcher has to reach all the way across him to make that catch. So I was a little surprised when he called that one a strike, but he's got a better look at it than we do.
Could not get Milton to chase that outside pitch, and it's 2-2. Guillory looks in, gets the sign, steps, fires. Another one off the outside corner, misses for ball 3.
You know, Chris, that picks a pitcher. When you give him that 1 strike out there, that makes him want to get another one out there. He's just been a little bit further off the plate these last 2.
Good discipline from Milton, holding off after the first swing. Here's full count pitch. Check swing. Not in there, and it's a walk for Milton.
There's a first pitch full count that he takes for ball 4. And that'll send Milton to first base and bring to the plate Dawson Richard. Richard's going to come to the plate 1 for 2 on the day as he singled in the third and struck out swinging. Singled in the first, struck out swinging in the third.
Richard steps in. Milton, good base runner, takes a modest lead off first. Guillory checks him, looks to the plate, throws up high, ball 1. I'd love to be giving you stats. I've got a page full of stats on Berwick, but with this wind the way it is, I think if I tried to get it out, it would be on the way to Texas.
Yeah. Yep.
The wind continues to howl as Guillory throws this. Richard pops it straight up and out of play. right, so 1-1 pitch. Goes to first instead.
Pretty good move by Guillory to first base, you know.
That was quick.
Yeah, for a right-hander, he turned and threw a strike, and he threw it hard. So that was a good move. That runner goes.
Milton's going. Ball's up high, no throw. Milton gets second without a throw on the high offering, which was ball 2, 2-1 count. The Berwick Mayor Duval Arthur sitting to my right. Good to see him here. There was no doubt he'd be here. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Richard. First he checks Milton, and now he'll step off.
You're 1-1 in the 5th inning. Every base runner counts. Is huge. So that stolen base is a big play right here.
Curveball misses up high, ball 3 rather. Guillory up to 78 pitches, which really not a concern at this point. I know he can go a lot more than this. So 3-1. Checks. Milton going. Richard taking no throw even, and Milton's in safely.
He had a great jump, Chris, right there, and he steals third base without a throw. When you do that, you beat the pitcher.
Very good jump. So, runner on third, full count to Dawson Richard. Guillory fires. Popped up, out of play. Top of the 5th inning, tie score, but Berwick threatening here with 1 out. Runner on third base. Full count to catcher Dawson Richard. Guillory, the windup, the pitch. Popped up, straight back into the screen.
Staying alive, making Guillory throw a lot of pitches.
Guillory, the windup, the pitch. Up high, ball 4.
He walked in. That's back-to-back walks.
And, strike zone starting to get elusive, and that'll bring out a visit from one of the kinder coaches.
And it's a very slow walk out to the mound, so
yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, that's
get
almost
my
certainly
reliever
going to be
a
a
couple
pitching
of extra
change.
pitches.
If nothing else, he's giving his bullpen a little more time because there's no pitch clock here in high school, so until an umpire tells him to pick it up the pace, he can do that. So they're going to talk about it a little bit and see what's up. But runners will be on the corners with 1 away.
Guillory went the distance in the Game 1 win over Westlake last week. I'm trying to remember. Schmitz was the pitcher in the second game, and I know he didn't go the distance, but I don't have the name of the reliever.
He's going to stay. And you know, Chris, this meeting could have been about the defense they wanted to play with runners on the corners. Because a lot of times they'll try a little magic out there to try to get that run to score.
Yeah, 1 out runners on first and third, right. Almost assured Berwick's going to try a little base running trickery here.
The infield's playing in on the corners.
Gonzalez shows bunt, takes it.
Yeah.
And
the first baseman walked off of first base and started coming in, so the runner Gonzalez just trots down really to second base without a play.
Thorgerson pinch running, or rather courtesy running for Richard. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss from foul tip from Gonzalez.
Gonzalez is 1 for 2 on the day. He singled to lead off the 4th inning, and he also hit a line drive to center field in the 1st.
All right, runners at second and third.
So he's 1 for 2, but he's hit the ball well both times.
Guillory, ground ball.
Oh, this
and it gets through. That'll score a run. This may score 2. We could have a throw at the plate. Cut off. 2-run score. LaBeouf, the shortstop, was all the way up on the infield grass, and it just flashed by him as he couldn't make the play. And it is a 2-run single for Zach Gonzalez.
You see, and with the infield kind of playing up on the grass, even the shortstop wasn't at normal depth. That got to him in such a hurry, he had no chance to make a play on that, and 2-run score, and that's a big, big play here in the 5th inning.
First pitch to Evan Krappel is a ball, and the strike zone beginning to become elusive to Braden Guillory here in the 5th inning.
So Krappel, who entered in the game the last inning when White got hit in the head, he'll step in at the plate. This will be his first at-bat of the game.
Guillory from the stretch. Gonzalez running, swing and a miss for strike one. Gonzalez in there safe as the ball gets
stolen
past
base.
LaBeouf, or Rice rather. Berwick got bases loaded with 1 out in the 4th and couldn't bring across a run. But here they get 2 in the 5th and they take a 3-1 lead. Still only 1 away in the top of the 5th inning. Gonzalez with the lead off second. Guillory, the pitch. Swing and a miss from Krappel. 1-2. Next door, Doyle leading South Beauregard 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th. It's also 3-1 here as Guillory steps. There goes Gonzalez. And the throw not in time and off target. Gonzalez has a stolen base. And Berwick sensing something here. They are putting the pressure on. The pitch was a called strike 3. So it's going to be 2 outs for the runner now at third. As Mason Johnston steps in. He does not have an official at-bat here. 2 sacrifice bunts so far here in the game. Takes called strike 1. And I think they were both first pitch sacrifices. 0-1 count. Guillory. The pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Muhat. He runs it down. No attempt from Gonzalez. He'll stay at third. 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. 3-1 Berwick. Guillory from the windup. Rocks and deals. Low and outside. Ball 2.
Hey, Guillory with that last pitch gets up to 92 pitches here in the ball game.
Here's the 2-1 offering. Swing and a miss from Johnston. Strike 2. Big pitch. Guillory with the windup. Curveball into called strike 3. So they strand the runner at third base, but Berwick with the crooked number in the 5th.
So with that pitch, that's the 30th pitch of this inning for a total of 94 for the game for Guillory. Okay, so now we will move to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Panthers now enjoying a 2-run lead. And in a ball game like this, Chris, that's 2 big runs here late in the game.
Yeah, because Hayden Robinson, no surprise, is on his game today. And I say no surprise because I don't think I've ever seen him pitch where he wasn't on his game.
That's true. You got a point there. Him and Johnson carried this team last year to this ballpark and a championship game. They walked away second place, but still, they got him here. Okay, first 3 hitters for the Yellow Jackets. They'll start off with the 6-hole hitter, first baseman Joseph Corville. On deck will be the catcher, Tanner Muhat, and then the DH, Connor LaForgue. That is the 7, 8, and 9-hole hitters. So it's the bottom of the batting order in the bottom of the 5th inning.
In his win last week at Sterlington, Robinson won a complete game, 9 strikeouts, and threw over 100 pitches. So his pitch count right now, not a concern at all here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, he's only thrown 59 pitches through 4 innings. And like I said, he'll start off here with the 7, 8, 9-hole hitters here in the bottom of the 5th.
First pitch lays down a bunt, and it goes foul down the third base line. Joseph Corville, the hitter.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. Corville, though, he only batted once so far today. He hit a soft line drive right at the second baseman. That happened in the second inning.
Robinson winds, pitches, lays down the bunt again, this time down the first base line, but once again foul. So an 0-2 count to Corville. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and did it hit him?
That hit his bat.
They're going to call it a foul ball.
Yeah, it hit his bat. It hit the knob of his bat. You know, Robinson has only given up 2 hits in this ball game.
0-2 pitch is in the dirt, ball 1.
2 hits and 1 walk. And both of those hits came in the third inning, which is the inning where the Yellow Jackets scored their 1 run.
Excuse me, 2-2 count. Robinson steps off. Wants to reset himself. Now Robinson gets the sign, winds, delivers. Wow. Oh, that looked good.
Wow.
To everybody in black and gold, but the umpire says ball 3.
I'll tell you, I try to give the umpires the benefit of the doubt because they have a much better view, but man, that looked good from here.
That looked right down the heart of the plate. I guess it was a little low. So, full count, swing and a miss. Doesn't matter. Robinson gets the K.
Looked to me like he swung at one he should have taken and taken one he should have swung at, but in either case, it's 1 away. And like I said, Hayden Robinson only gave up 2 base hits, but one of those base hits was to the catcher, Tanner Muhat. He also scored the only run of the game for the Yellow Jackets.
And Muhat is the batter here. He looks at ball 1 down in the dirt. 1-0 count. Robinson winds, fires down the heart of the plate for strike 1. So the 1-1 pitch coming. Robinson delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
There's that high fastball, Chris.
You can hear the wind really pick up again. The sun has broken out. It's a beautiful day now all of a sudden. But the wind is really whipping. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hayden Robinson.
That'll bring to the plate the 9-hole hitter, the DH, Connor LaFord, and he laid down a sacrifice bunt in his only at-bat. That happened in the 3rd inning.
First pitch. I guess it missed a little high. And we're a little off center. We're not right behind things anyway. We're a little bit favoring the first base side. This pitch, well, we could see that one was well outside for ball 2.
I see, Chris, you would have guessed that first pitch was a little high. My guess would have been it was a little inside. So. It was close, wherever it was. Now I said, yeah, that one had to be a strike.
Yeah, that was strike 1. Lafargue is the hitter. 2-1 offering coming. Fouled off down the third base line. So Robinson comes back from 2-2 to even up the count.
Robinson has really been in command against a very good hitting baseball team all day today. There he goes, struck out the side.
Robinson strikes out the side in the 5th inning. And we will go to the 6th with the Panthers leading Kinder 3-1. And let's thank a couple of sponsors. Mayor Duval Arthur, the town council, and the administration for the town of Berwick wish the Panthers the best of luck. So we mentioned Duval sitting just to my right, sitting to my left is Randy Doman of the AJ Automotive family at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brasher Avenue in Morgan City. Henry Beau-Lagrange, the next state senator for District 21. He will represent all of St. Mary Parish. Guaranteed title, closing homes in St. Mary Parish and all of Morgan City, all of Louisiana for over 48 years. Let Mike, Jana, and Stephanie help with your closing needs. We go to the top of the 6th. It will still be Guillory. Braden Guillory for the Kinder Yellow Jackets.
All right, your first 3 hitters for the Panthers as they lead off the 6th inning will be the DH, Mason Johnston. He'll be followed by third baseman Cole Morris. And in the hole is the second baseman Aaron Eskew. Mason Johnston will come to the plate with 2 sacrifice bunts in the game, so officially he has no at-bats.
No, he made the last out of the last inning. We're up to Cole Morris here.
Okay, all right. So this is Morris. All right, then must have been exciting because I didn't write it down. Okay, so Cole Morris has started off, and Morris he walked his last at bat. That was in the 4th inning. He walked to load the bases and then got left there.
Guillory's first pitch, I guess, on the outside corner for called strike 1. Got away from the catcher, and Berwick fans immediately say, how do you hit the strike zone and not have the catcher catch the ball? And umpire says, yeah, well, here's strike 2. That's 2 called strikes and an 0-2 count to Morris.
He's telling us what he cares about our
He's in
opinion.
charge. That pitch in the dirt, ball 1, no doubt about that. Never forget, the umpire's in charge. 1-2 count to Cole Morris. Guillory will step off. I don't know if he's getting a little tired. He's at 96 pitches right now. Now he's back in. The windup. Curveball up high. 2-2.
Very slow, big breaking ball, but it stayed up high.
I was just thinking that. A huge difference in velocity between his fastball and curve. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Ground ball through the right side. Base hit, Cole Morris.
Morris, who was 0 for 1, he did get a walk, but he gets a single this time up. So that'll start the 6th inning off with a single. And Guillory, I know we talk about it a lot, but Guillory has now thrown 98 pitches here in the game. And coach is going to come out and talk to him, and this will more than likely be it.
Yeah, we talk about pitch counts a lot in these webcasts, but we never really have them. This time, right up on the scoreboard, they're showing us pitch count for both pitchers, so we're making use of it.
Yeah, I enjoyed knowing that. I mean, even watching them on TV, that's one of my favorite things now about television, the way they always give you the pitch count and keep it up, because to me, it's a vital statistic.
Absolutely.
It's a very, very important part of the ball game, and it has a lot to do with your decisions as to whether you're going to leave a pitcher in or take him out or whatever the situation may be.
And so they're going to stay with Guillory.
Yeah, they're going to leave Guillory on the mound, and that'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Aaron Eskew. Eskew has reached on an error in the 2nd and flied out to the second baseman in the 4th. So he's officially 0 for 2, but has been on base once.
Ball gets by the catcher. And Morris, well, we got a pinch runner in the game. I can't see the number.
Eskew was looking to bunt, but that pitch was up and in, and he pulled it back.
The runner is safe at second. And Eskew tries to get the bunt down again, this one.
So since he's already on second, let's try to get him to third, because, again, game like this, every run is huge.
I believe that's Jason Matthews, number 18, who is pinch running here for Morris. 1-1 count. Guillory steps, turns, looks at second. Set it up again. Guillory to the plate. This time he gets the bunt down. Guillory comes off the mound, fields it, goes to first for the out. Matthews to third, and it is another successful sacrifice bunt for the Panthers.
Yeah. Hey, bunt can be a valuable tool in a baseball game, and I don't think enough coaches use them. But that moves that. Now you have a runner now on third base, a pass ball, even an infield ground ball out can score a run. Now the infield all the way around, middle infielders as well, are all playing up on the grass, or very close to it.
The pitcher and 9-hole hitter Hayden Robinson to the plate. He'd love to get himself another insurance run here. Takes ball one.
Robinson grounded out to the pitcher in the second and flied out to the pitcher in the fourth.
Guillory winds, fires up high, ball two. Guillory up over 100 pitches now. And here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's in for strike one.
I was up in the strike zone with a 2-0 count. Nothing you want to swing at.
Runner on third, one away. Robinson showing bunt, and Guillory steps off. Third baseman King will charge. Robinson steps back and swings. He fouls it off for strike two.
Out of play.
I can't see what Matthews is doing as the base runner, but I'm thinking when the third baseman charge, you might as well come in too because nobody's covering third.
Right.
There's a 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Muhat. It's a full count. Big opportunity here because the top of the order is about to come up for Berwick.
Yeah.
We'd love to get him with one out. Full count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. Fielded by King. He'll come home. Oh, it's going to be an easy out at home plate.
Well, you had Askew at third. He was running on contact, evidently, because as soon as that ball was hit, he took off for home. And third baseman King made a good play. Had to spin around, but he turned around and threw a strike home and got the force out there.
The runner was actually Elijah Lodrig. Once he got close enough, I could see it was number 19, not number 18. But he's out, and it's 2 outs, and you've got a runner at first base now for the top of the order, and Crubella. First pitch, curveball in for strike one. Courtesy runner for Robinson is number 21, Grant White. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's in for called strike two. 2 curveballs, 2 strikes with no attempts from Crubella. So the 0-2 pitch here. Runner's going, slips as a ground ball gets dribbled in front of Guillory. His throw is off and he's safe. Guillory came off the mound, fielded it cleanly, but his throw pulled the first baseman way off the bag, and everybody is safe.
That's an error on the throw. So we'll have runners on first and second now.
And Jaden Milton, he's definitely a guy you want at the plate in this situation.
Yep.
And this is what you've got to make this hurt. That should have been an easy third out.
There's Milton. He grounded to third, struck out, and reached on a walk and scored a run in the fifth.
1-0 to Milton. Guillory. Drive, and that's foul. Oh, just tailed foul. It was right over the head of King, who was hugging the third baseline, and it just looked like it was fair. He just tailed away at the end.
The fans may have heard that one.
Yeah.
Because
definitely.
we're sitting amongst the Berwick fans, and I'm sure the viewers out there, or listeners rather, heard the crowd and the big sigh because it was foul, but it wasn't foul by much. Well hit ball.
Hey, you've got to make Kinder pay here. They should be out of the inning already. Next pitch inside for ball 2. Yeah, you've got to make this hurt right here. 2 runners on, first and second base. 2-1 is the count with 2 away. Jaden Milton, your hitter. Guillory from the stretch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Two. Guillory steps off, looks to second base. Grant White at second. Crubella at first. Jaden Milton at the plate. Guillory rocks, fires. Outside for ball 3. Guillory ran into some walk issues in the 5th. Doesn't want to deliver one here. Here's a pitch. Up the middle, base hit. White rounds third. He will come home. The run is in. Milton headed for second. Everybody's safe. And the Panthers extend their lead.
Nice job by Milton as he singles to center field. 1 run scores. The other moves all the way around to third base. So we'll have runners on second and third as Milton goes to second base on the throw home.
And Kinder coach Rick Winnington comes out for the second time, and that is going to be it. He's calling for the reliever. It's going to be the right fielder, Corville, coming in.
Yep. Well, he's up to 116 pitches. He's thrown 32 pitches in this inning. And Chris, he started out very, very efficiently for the first 3 innings, but then he threw 29, he threw 30, and then he's thrown 32 here in the top of the 6th inning. And 116 pitches, they're going to make the change.
Oh, no, it's not going to be Corville. Let me get the name for it. It's going to be number 4. That is Landon Schmitz. 4?
Yeah,
Landon Schmitz, who I believe in their rotation would be the second starting pitcher. He's going to come out of center field. Yeah, Schmitz started the second game of the Westlake series. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 hits and no runs. So I don't think they lose a whole lot. Let's watch the warm-up tosses and see if we can get a feel for him. In the meantime, let's take a moment and thank a couple of sponsors. Thibodaux Regional Health System, nationally recognized hospital with patient-centered excellence. Patterson State Bank in Patterson, Morgan City, and Berwick, quality banking since 1925. Stansberry and Associates, marine surveyors and consultants offering a full range of services for recreational, commercial, and fishing vessels. Good luck, Panthers.
Okay, so the Panthers go up 4-1. And Chris, the first 2 hitters, one was forced out, but then sacrifice bunt. But a lot of this has come late. The runs actually scored with 2 away. Left-handed pitcher on the mound.
Yeah, he'll come in out of center field. Good lefty. Brings first pitch fouled off by Richard, ball 1.
Yep, Richard's at the plate. He singled in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd, and was walked. Well, he was walked and had a courtesy runner who scored the run. That happened in the 5th.
From the windup, Schmitz in for strike 2. Working the top of the strike zone there, I would guess. And here's the 0-2. Fouled off into the Kinder dugout, almost into the Kinder dugout. Bounces off the fence. Got those protective fences in front of the dugouts. Once again, this is just a beautiful facility, McMurray Park here in Sulphur. Been the host of the state championships at all classes of baseball since 2016, I believe. Here's the 0-2 pitch, curveball. Wow. And after a few fastballs, that was a huge drop in velocity to see that curve come in.
Well, that was a breaking ball that stayed way outside. It didn't come in. It's a left-handed pitcher.
1-2 pitch misses up high. And it's 2-2. And the 2-2 offering popped up. This could be trouble. Well, center fielder's coming over, waves everybody off, makes the catch. Can't see who that is that replaced Schmitz in center field. But Berwick extends its lead. And it is now a 4-1 game.
Okay, we'll move to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Yellow Jackets, the Kinder Yellow Jackets, will send the top of the batting order to the plate. They'll start it off with the leadoff hitter, well, who was the right fielder. He's now moved to the mound in Landon Schmidt, and that'll be followed by the shortstop, Lance LaBeouf, and Griffin-Owen Cooley. We got him Griffin one place and Owen somewhere else. So
we'll just go with Cooley.
Yeah. He's the center fielder. Just made the 3rd out of the previous inning. Of course, Robinson, who will stay on the mound for the Panthers.
Well, thank everyone for joining us here on a Wednesday afternoon on the KWBJ Live YouTube channel. Louisiana state semifinal action in Division III non-select. And the 5th seed, Berwick Panthers, have the top seed on the ropes. It is the bottom of the 6th inning. Berwick with a 4-1 lead over Kinder. 6 outs away from a 2nd straight state championship appearance for the Panthers. First pitch driven right at Milton, but it got away from him, and it's going to be an error.
In his defense, Chris, that ball was hooking, and he hit that. It had a right to left spin on the ball, as well as hit directly into this potent wind all day, and it just hooked on him and handcuffed him right when it got to him. It looked like if that had been coming from a pitcher, you'd have thought that was a fantastic curveball.
Yep.
From a right-handed pitcher.
When the ball's going away from you, you can't always see how much curve a ball has on it. And you could see from here, that ball took a nasty right-to-left move on Milton. First pitch was a called strike. And there's called strike 2 to Lance LaBeouf.
Yeah, at the plate is Lance LaBeouf. He is 1 for 1 on the day. He drew a walk in the 1st inning. And I believe that's the only walk Robinson threw today. And then he singled and stole a base in the 3rd.
Ground ball gets up the first baseline. Krappel will field it, and he will tag. Well, no, he missed.
No, he stopped and went back.
Yeah. So he tosses it to Robinson, who makes the tag at first.
Well, and that's the right play to make as a base runner right there, because that way you ensure the fact that your base runner that was on first base, he definitely can get to second without a play. And then, of course, the first baseman also did the right thing. He just turned, instead of chasing him, turned and flipped the ball to the second baseman who was covering the bag. So everybody did the right thing that time, and it's 1 away with a runner on second.
And Cooley steps in. Left-handed batter. We don't see too many of these today. Robinson's first pitch, down the middle, strike 1.
Yeah, Cooley will come to the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the day. He struck out looking in the 3rd, and he hit a ground ball to shortstop struck out looking in the 1st and hit a ground ball to shortstop in the 3rd.
Robinson. A little off speed outside for ball one. That was the 80th pitch of the game for Robinson. Wind starting to pick up again, getting a little cloudy again. Robinson's got the sign. Takes a look back at Schmitz. Comes to the plate. That's up high, ball two. Berwick, 5 outs away from advancing to the state championship game. Line drive to the left fielder. Kinchin makes the catch, and it's 2 away.
This one again kind of hooking in the wind, but so Kinchin out there in left field. I'm sorry, Romero. I had it right the first time.
It's Kinchin.
He stayed with it for the second out.
That's Kinchin. All right, so 2 away. And I believe this is King. I can't see the number. It looks like Jaron King stepping to the plate for Kinder. Robinson gets the sign, throws. Swing and a miss for strike one. It's Guillory, who stayed in the game. I believe when they brought Schmitz in to pitch, Guillory went to right field and Corville moved over to center. All right, 0-1 to Guillory. Looks back, long look back at Schmitz. Now comes to the plate, fouled off. Strike two. Landon Rice on deck for Kinder. 0-2 count. Runner in scoring position for the Yellow Jackets. Robinson from the stretch. Fires. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Down go the Yellow Jackets. And Berwick, safely out of the 6th inning, will go to the top of the 7th with the Panthers leading the Kinder Yellow Jackets 4-1 here in the state semifinals. They're also going to the 7th next door in the other semifinal game. Doyle still leading South Beauregard by a score of 3-1. Here it is 4-1 Panthers. What do you got, Aaron?
Okay, we'll move to the top of the 7th inning. And the Panthers will lead it off with the cleanup hitter, Zach Gonzalez, coming to the plate. He hit a line drive to center field in the first, hit a single in the 4th, and hit a single in the 5th. So he's 2 for 3 today. On deck will be Evan White, the first baseman, and in the hole is Mason Johnston.
I want to thank GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. Check our website for delivery options. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Top of the 7th, Berwick 4-1 over Kinder. Gonzalez steps in. Schmitz delivers. Driven into the gap. Corville ranging over from center, makes the play. Once again, one of those balls that look good leaving the bat.
Yep. Yeah, but Chris, it was hit up in the air a little bit, and he hit it straight into that big wind blowing straight in from center field. And that ball just hung up in the air, gave the outfielder plenty of time to get to it, and actually made a pretty easy catch out of what I'm like you. I thought that could have been big trouble for him, but he stayed up.
Evan Krappel looks at strike one. I believe that's Guillory in center field. Tough to see the numbers from here. Ball up high, ball one. 1-1 count to Krappel.
Krappel entered in the game in the 4th inning, and he batted for the first time in the 5th inning and struck out looking.
1-1 pitch misses low, and it's 2-1 to Krappel. List of things to bring if we're back here Friday is a pair of binoculars. Schmitz with the 2-1 pitch, fouled back into the fence.
Just got a piece of that as it hit off the end of the bat.
Here's a 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. Full count.
That's what he was thinking about, though, Chris. It was kind of up a little bit, and it was a little close to the plate, but it was up in a way.
And that one's up high for ball 4.
So he'll draw the walk. So with a runner on first base, Mason Johnston will come to the plate. Johnson is 1 for 3 on the day. He's got, 0 for 1, but he has 2 successful sacrifice bunts.
Here we go. Johnston takes ball 1. Now I think I got it figured out. Guillory is in left, and Noah Romero moved from left to center. How about that?
Okay, I can go with that.
1-0 count. Schmitz misses up high. Everything's been a little upstairs with him so far.
Yeah, so far, and like I said, he's a starting pitcher. But, starting and relieving is two different animals, man.
Big difference.
Yeah. The way you warm up, the way you come in, makes a huge difference.
Makes the adjustment there, and the 2-0 pitch is down the middle for called strike 1. 1 away, top of the 7th. Evan Krappel at first base takes a short lead. Schmitz checks, looks at the plate. He'll go to first.
He's a left-hander with a pretty good move to first base. Krappel wasn't that far off the bag. He gets back easily.
So we'll do it again. Just 2-1 pitch. There goes Krappel. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Krappel in safe at second. Schmitz just couldn't get out of the way of Muhat's throw.
I know,
almost
right?
took his head off, and he instinctively caught it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looked like a pretty good throw.
Otherwise, there was no reason for him to block to catch that ball. There's no runner on third. He's not trying to fool anybody.
No. 2-2 pitch. Only delivered about 56 feet. And that's ball 3. So full count, runner on second. Schmitz winds, fires up high, ball. Oh, called strike 3. Woo! Mason Johnson had that little hippity hop. That was the start of a ball 4 trot, and instead it's strike 3.
Yeah, that looked up a little bit from here, but umpire said nope.
He had me
strike
fooled
3.
too. I was completely fooled.
That brings Cole Morris, the third baseman, to the plate. Morris is 1 for 2. He has a strikeout, a walk, and a single.
Fouls the first pitch back into the screen. Very nice base hit. Was that in the 6th or the 5th? It was in the 6th inning. No, it was in the 4th actually. That pitch misses a little upstairs, ball 1. Krappel getting a huge secondary lead once the ball is released. He's getting a pretty good lead off second to start with. Schmitz fires. That's back in the screen from strike 2.
He's out there with a big lead, and the second baseman is standing on the bag. So he, for some reason, thinks he's got that pitcher figured out, but pitcher hadn't tried anything.
Yeah, Rice is holding him on second, and yet it's a huge lead from Krappel. Schmitz looks back and steps off. And it looks like Rice and Schmitz had some kind of play on, and now they've called it off maybe. Rice wants to throw. He wants Schmitz to come to second. Schmitz takes a look, and now he'll come home up high. Ball 2. I love it when it seems like every pitch becomes its own little drama. Now he'll come the second. Krappel steps back in safely.
Yeah, he has a much better move to first base than the one he showed right here anyway. Throw to second.
Well, second's a much more difficult move than either of the corners. All right, Schmitz comes set. 2-2 pitch on the way, up high. Muhat goes up and gets it. Morris backpedaling halfway back to Lake Charles to get out of the way of that one. So the count is full with 2 away. Schmitz looks at second, comes home, outside, ball 4.
Yeah, that one was definitely ball 4, so he'll draw the walk. So with 2 outs, runners on first and second, that will bring the 8-hole hitter, second baseman Aaron Askew, to the plate. And he is officially 0 for 2, reached on an error, flied out to second base, and had a sacrifice bunt in his last at-bat.
Askew with runners in first and second. Schmitz with the pitch. Outside corner ball, strike 1. Top of the 7th. Panthers leading 4-1. Love to get an insurance run here. Schmitz to the plate, driven down, and curves out foul. But looked like it was going to get down the third base line and tailed away again.
Yeah, he hit it hard, and he hit it right down the line, but it kind of hooked
and with this
into foul territory.
With this win, it seems like no pitch ends up where you think it's going to end up.
I know.
Nothing does what it looks like it's going to do.
Well, something that might move a little bit ends up moving a whole lot when you hit it directly into this wind.
Schmitz looks in, checks Krappel at second, comes to the plate up high, ball 1. And Muhat wants to go have a discussion with his pitcher.
Yeah, Chris, when you're hitting into the wind, it's like in my golf game. What I might have been able to convince you was a fade into the wind. There's no way. It's a big old slice. It just magnifies whatever it's going to do.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up. LaBeouf calling for it at short. Camps under it and makes the catch.
Yep.
No damage in the 7th. But the top seed, Kinder, down to its last 3 outs. And the Berwick Panthers hoping for a return to the state championship game. I talked with Coach Seth Henry the other day, and he agreed with me. Sick of hearing about that game as they came up so close, losing to Lutcher in the state finals last year. 11th second chance to get back here.
Well, Seth, relatively young for a head coach in high school baseball. Like I said, he's back-to-back trips to Sulphur and working on back-to-back trips to the championship game.
Comes from a baseball family, of course. His father, Lud Henry, won a state championship here as a player. The first state championship back in 75 or 76, I believe. Coached them to a state championship appearance. Didn't get a win, but they made it to the finals, and now he's an assistant coach for his son.
Yeah, well, the field that Seth is the head coach on now is named after his father. So talk about Mr. Baseball, but had a baseball family. Plus, several of his uncles were excellent ball players as well. Cliff Henry, way back when. So yeah, they've all played baseball for a very, very long time. But anyway, the Panthers are coming in here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and they're looking to get 3 outs before the Yellow Jackets can come up with 3 runs.
Landon Rice leading off for Kinder. Robinson's first pitch misses up and away, ball 1. Cliff Henry's here in the stand somewhere. I saw him before the game. 1-0 count. That's in for called strike 1.
Rice is coming in here for his 3rd at-bat of the ball game, and he is 0 for 2. He grounded to short and struck out.
1-1 pitch, curveball, strike 2. A few moments ago, I saw the Vanderbilt Catholic Terriers entering the park behind us. They play next. Good luck to the Terriers. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, fouled off.
See now, Chris, at this point in the game, every pitch draws a reaction from the crowd.
Yep.
Okay.
It just builds.
It was every batter, but now it's every pitch.
That pitch is up high. 0-2. I've got it 2-2. This the scoreboard says 1-2, but I've got 2-2.
Okay.
First pitch was a ball, and then 2 strikes. All right, 2-2. Ground right back to Robinson. Handles it, underhands it to Krappel. 1 down, 2 to go.
All right, nice job right there by Robinson. It's a little one-hopper right back to him. He makes the catch. Trots over towards first base, underhand flip, 1 away.
They'll bring Jiron King, the third baseman, to the plate. He's done a nice job on the defensive side for Kinder today.
Yep, Jiron King coming to the plate. He struck out in the second and grounded out to short in the fourth, so he's 0 for 2 at the plate.
He fouls the first pitch out of play for strike 1.
King is the third baseman, and he bats in the 6 hole.
This popped up over into foul territory, and it will drift completely out of play, and it's 0-2.
So Robinson, he's the starter, of course, and he has thrown 93 pitches so far here tonight, or this afternoon.
Looks like he's on a pace to be right about where he was last weekend in Sterlington. Assuming we get out of this inning.
Yeah.
He was about 102, 103 pitches last week. Here's a 1-2. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit as Milton dives for it but can't quite get to it. But King is aboard.
So King gets his first hit of the ball game as he singles straight up the middle. Ground ball for the hit. So with 1 away and 1 on, that'll bring to the plate the 6-hole hitter. That is Joseph Corville. Corville is 0 for 2. He lined out to second.
We're going to have a pinch hitter.
Oh, we're going to have a pinch hitter.
It's going to be Grant Widener, a freshman coming in.
Oh, big spot for a freshman to be in, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Come in as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning with 1 away.
1 runner on.
Yeah, 1 runner on. Talk about pressure.
Yep. And you're facing a surefire all-state, soon-to-be college pitcher in Hayden Robinson. Here we go. First pitch inside, ball 1. And Aaron and I immediately think, and you were there, you probably remember, I think it was 1986, Central Catholic and Livonia in the state finals.
Oh, yeah.
With 2 outs, freshman Grant Pecoraro with an amazing at-bat. Robinson goes to first base. He's safe. But Pecoraro facing an all-state pitcher from Livonia with 2 outs. Fouled off about 6 straight pitches with 2 strikes and then finally delivered a base hit. That pitch gets by Richard. King will go to second. Ball 2.
Okay, the main thing that Robinson and the defense have to concern themselves with is the batter.
Right.
That runner on second base means nothing.
Right.
Right now, for sure.
Got a 3-run lead. Just take care of the batters. That pitch is in for strike 1.
Just focus on the batter, get him out, and you're right where you want to be.
King with a healthy leadoff second. Robinson checks, comes to the plate. And that's in for strike 2.
That's a good pitch right there. Hard pitch to hit on the inside of the plate.
Beautiful fastball, busted him inside. 2-2.
I think here you just want to blow him away. Get that fastball up
Yep.
around the numbers.
Yep. Here it is. He gets a curveball and fouls it off.
Comes with the breaking ball. Gets a piece of it and stays alive.
I guess now you come with the fastball. I said, I guess now you come with the fastball.
Yeah. Give me that high heater, man. As you well know, I'm a favorite of mine, especially on 2 strikes, when you got 2 strikes on him.
2-2. The pitch fouled off down the left field line and into the stands.
Yep. He came with it. He went after it, too, and he hit it. He caught up to it, but he hit it foul.
Widener standing in here gamely.
The freshman
Hayden
steps
Robinson.
in a pressure-packed spot, and he's battling.
Let's do it again. 2-2. The Rock, the deal. Pulled, strike 3.
So 2 away. He fooled him, Chris. I think he thought that was a fastball that was going to miss. But he breaks over the plate for a call. Strike 3. Beautiful pitch. Okay, Tanner Mohat will come to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He has a single and scored the only run for Kinder.
First pitch hit him.
Yep, he gets hit on the first pitch. So he'll go to first base.
And now
Mohat is the catcher, so we're going to have a courtesy runner for him.
looks like that's going to be Brayson Bowring.
Yep.
And Connor
Bowring will
Lafar
come
will
in
come to the plate. Seth Henry wants to
and
have a
Coach,
talk with Robinson, talk this out, because now that all of a sudden the tying run's at the plate.
Yeah, to bring a tying run to the plate, so situation changes a little bit. But the same thing, though, you got to focus on the hitter. You can't let the base runners distract you and make a mistake and give the hitter something good to hit.
Yeah, I think that visit was just nothing but a reminder to the whole infield.
Right.
You only need 1 out, and you can get it anywhere, first, second, or third base, or the batter at home plate.
The conversation was very quick. He just walked out, like that's probably what you said. Settle down, focus on the hitter, play ball. He's got a seasoned baseball team out there, too.
Absolutely.
A lot of experience. Most of those guys have been starting for the last few years.
Here we go.
I've seen a lot of baseball.
Robinson. Strike 1, right down the heart of the plate.
That's Connor LaFork at the plate. He has a sacrifice bunt and a strikeout in the game. He's the 9-hole hitter. That's another point I bet he pointed out. I'm sure he did. That, hey, you got the 9-hole hitter up here throwing strikes.
There's a fastball for called strike 2.
And that's it. He's coming with a couple fastballs.
Berwick fans come to their feet.
Yep. Everybody in the stadium standing up here on the Berwick side.
Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Berwick wins it.
Great game by the Berwick High Panthers. They played a tough baseball team here today, Chris. And we both kind of thought coming in that this was going to be a real tough game for the Panthers to come and walk away with a win. And Hayden Robinson went to the mound through 105 pitches here this afternoon and gave up 1 run over 7 innings. And the Panthers will walk off the field with a 4-1 victory.
The LHSAA told me the rules were we could not show video during the game. The game is over, so we're going to show you as the Panthers celebrate this win. And to go back to that, let's be clear here. It's impressive to see the 5th seed go on the road, 5-hour trip, and win 2 games against the 4th seed.
Right.
It's impressive to see the 5 seed come here in the semifinals and knock off the top seed. But let's be straight about it. That's number 1 seed talent right there in Berwick. And we've known that all season long. They've had some difficulties all season. Some injuries have caused a lot of lineup shuffling. But, you know, we knew from the very beginning this team is good enough to be number 1 and to beat anybody in this class.
Well, their top 2 pitchers took them to the state championship game last year as juniors. Both those guys are back here again this season. So expectations were high for them this year coming in. Now, the bats haven't quite been what they thought they were going to be and could be throughout the season, but they did enough today to put 4 runs across the plate, and they out-hit Kinder by a mile. With the number of hits, we don't have the stats for you here right offhand, but they only gave up. Robinson just pitched a beauty this afternoon.
Yeah.
I mean, a beauty.
Fantastic, and it'll be interesting to see whether it's Richard or Johnston on the hill Friday afternoon against, I believe it's going to be Doyle. All I know for sure is the game is over right next to us. Last we saw, Doyle was leading South Beauregard 3-1 in the 6th. So right now I'm going to assume they're winning, but the championship game will be Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock. We will be here. Aaron, unfortunately, isn't going to be able to be here with us. I'll be here, and I'm not sure who's going to be next to me yet. I might be here by myself, but
oh, you can handle it.
I'll come up with something.
Yeah.
I'll maybe pre-record some cliches that I'll throw in there when I need a break.
I got a million of them you can have.
Let's thank our sponsors one more time. Mayor Duval Arthur, the Town Council, and the administration of the town of Berwick. A.J. Doman Automotive Family, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Henry Beaulagrange, candidate for state senator. Guaranteed Title, Thibodeau Regional Health System, Patterson State Bank, Stansberry and Associates, GJCurbside.com. Stephen Swiber, candidate for state senate in District 21. Lafayette Electric, Stazione, Pooldoos Sports Bar, Wildflower Boutique, and Allen's Communications. Your final score, the Berwick Panthers beat the Kinder Yellow Jackets 4-1, and the Panthers will play for the Division III non-select state championship Friday afternoon, 5 o'clock, we believe, against Doyle, either Doyle or South Beauregard, but we think it's Doyle. Let you know as soon as we can on our Facebook page. So, thank you once again for joining us. Aaron, any final thoughts?
That's just an outstanding ball game, my kind of baseball game. A 4-1 ball game. 2 very good baseball teams battled it out tooth and nail here this afternoon. We didn't know if we were going to get to play or not. The weather was really bad early. Cleared up. Skies are kind of nice. The sun keeps peeking in and out here this afternoon. So hopefully they'll be able to get in all of the rest of these ball games here this afternoon. And we can play baseball next Friday on time.
That'll do it for us from Sulphur, where the Berwick Panthers have beaten Kinder 4-1. Thank you for joining us on here on the KWBJ Live YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button before you leave us. And we will close it out for now. We'll see you Friday from here in Sulphur. Thanks for joining us. For Aaron Odergo, I'm